When I originally moved to California, you know, it was like, it's gonna be great, you know, smoke all the weed I want. Nice palm trees everywhere, right? It's fucking hot. For someone who wears hoodies probably 366 days out of the year, it's too freaking hot. You know, it's the beginning of May, so voila. No sweatshirt on today. Oh, hate to see it. Here we are. Thank you. I'm slick nervous because I hate getting shots. Just want it to be over. Alright, so I just got vaccinated. Hence the sticker. I did it. Even though I was scared, but it's over now. And now we're waiting for the second date. And I need gas. Is this thing on? Okay, let's see. You see? Okay. When I moved to California, I was broke. Like, I had probably like 200 something dollars in my account. But, you know, I knew that I had money coming because I was currently employed as a teacher, or I was a paraprofessional, which is someone who works with special needs kids. I was working with kids from kindergarten through 5th grade. And so I was also pregnant, and I was like, instead of taking care of someone else's kids, I kind of want to just be focused on mine, you know. And I had just had a baby. I went on maternity leave for a little bit. My son was born in March, so I went on maternity leave for about 6 weeks. Then I went back to work, like to finish out the remainder of the school year before summer. And because I was hired on salary, that meant I got paid during the summers while we were out of school. So I knew that I had that money coming and that I could kind of have some leverage room when I got to California. So I already knew that I wasn't gonna go back and work there the next school year, but I had to hold off just telling my boss that, you know, so I could have my money. So it was not easy. I was terrified. I was scared. It just, a lot of my family members kind of felt like I had just had a baby and I was leaving, and you know, they had already fell in love with my son and wanted to be a part of his life, and now he was going to be in California. So yeah, the whole drive to California, I was so anxious. It's like, they're never gonna talk to me again. Where I'm going, I don't even know anyone except for the people that I would be staying with, who are currently my husband and wife. But yeah, so it was a very terrifying event, but it was something that I knew that I could do because I'd gone to Italy to study abroad by myself. I knew a few of my classmates, like I had like maybe 1 or 2 classes with them in college, but it's not like we were like buddy, you know. Like the most that I knew of someone, I had their number in my phone because we had a college project together, and that was the only thing I used their number for. So when I went to Italy, I went not knowing anyone and making new friends, you know. So I knew that traveling across the United States was something that I could definitely do. A lot of times we let our fears and anxieties hold us back from where we actually want to get or be. And the truth is, you could just do it, but easier said than done, right? So yeah, I moved to California broke, but I immediately started looking for jobs, and I ended up getting a job at this, what do you call them? Call center. Yeah, I was working at a call center for basically Verizon, but I wasn't working for Verizon, you know. But anyway, it was an okay job. I was getting paid definitely way more than I was getting paid teaching in Atlanta. And it was the first job that I actually got to sit down all day. But I mean, that kind of got old real fast, especially when people are calling, complaining about things that are kind of out of your control. So yeah, I did that. And my first time moving to California was more like a vacation, like a dip your toes in the water to see how you like it. But it was more of an extended stay because I ended up staying in California for about 8 to 9 months. And I ended up getting fired from the call center job, like randomly, but that's another story. But I remember when that happened, I was like, you know what, that I'm not gonna work for anybody ever again, because I'm too good to be doing a good ass job at my job just for someone to just be like, okay, bye bye now. No. Yeah, so first time I moved to California was also a little bit rough because, like I said, I had just had a baby. And I believe I was going through a little bit of postpartum, but it was kind of hard for me to vocalize that. This was my first child, and I did just move all the way across the United States, where I'm so used to just being with my mom and dad and my sisters, like, and I didn't have them. I didn't have the people that I was used to venting to and talking to when I was anxious. I didn't have them around, and so I was a lot homesick, and I ended up leaving California because I was kind of just lost. I just needed a break. I needed to figure out where I was going with life. So when you're moving anywhere that's not where you grew up and you're older, and it's not like your parents are like, all right, we're moving, but it's like, all right, I'm leaving, you know, it's gonna be terrifying, but you gotta just do it. You gotta see where that experience takes you. Like I said, I moved to California once, and while I was here the first time, I got lost in the sauce, and so I went to Texas for a little bit. Actually, I went to Texas for an entire year, and I know I was like, working for somebody else, I'm gonna work for myself, but you know, it was just me and my son in Texas, and I had to make it do what it do. So I ended up enrolling my child in a preschool and applying to work there so I could be close to my son, but I could also get that. So while in Texas, I did a lot of reflecting because I was by myself, you know. I didn't have anyone else to blame any of my problems on. I started going to church with my family member, who I'm so blessed hosted me. majority of the time I was in Texas. And I found myself again. I moved to California where a lot of people are moving out. You know, people are like, isn't it about to break off the edge of the United States? I mean, when it does, maybe I'll still be here, maybe I won't. But the point is, when I was in Atlanta as a college student, like even after I graduated college, like I'm a stoner. I like to partake in the marijuana festivities. So it was just really a paranoid experience staying in Georgia. It's just like knowing that your rights and your freedom could be taken away from you over just possessing, like just having it, you know. It's not something that I wanted to deal with. And luckily here in California, don't have to like ride around in my car worried that I got it on me, because I don't have it on me. You know why? Because they deliver that shit to my door. And I'm just like, you know? But yes, I made it here twice. When I was in Texas, I spent a lot of time with myself. I reconnected with both of my partners, and we decided for me to move back here so we all three could raise our son together. Yeah, I said it, but that's for another time. But yes, I ended up moving back to California at the start of the pandemic, and it was just very scary because this whole thing had hit, and by the time I finished driving from Texas to California, it was like everything in California was on lockdown. So it's like my whole year back here has been in quarantine. That's my son's second birthday and third birthday in quarantine. We had another baby, a quarantine baby. So we had a baby in quarantine, and then his first birthday was in quarantine. So yeah, we haven't really been able to get out the house as much as we'd like as far as to travel California, because I mean California is pretty big, pretty long, as I should say. But we do plan on doing more of that this summer. But for the most part, moving to California was something that I never thought that I could do. I was terrified to do it. I was broke when I was doing it. The whole time I was on the road, I felt like my car was gonna break down. Don't know why. I have a 2016 car. It's not like it was my 1998 Buick, you know, my first car from college or anything. But yeah, when you're making a new step in the journey of your life, you're gonna be scared. You're not gonna know which move to make first, but you kind of just have to, I got this. You got this. Make that move. Go ahead. I did it twice. That's 4. I did it twice. I appreciate you guys for watching this. I do plan to make more. I'm a little shy, but you know, we're gonna get out of that shell, okay? Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. If you're planning on moving to California, do it. If you're planning on moving to anywhere, do it.